Hello, and it's Saturday afternoon, another hot day, bit of rain forecast for tomorrow, and yeah, back in the same swim, the snag swim. So first thing I'm going to do, put a load of boilies out. Plenty of fish in here, they'll be used to boilies now, so I'll be looking for them. That's the secret to boilie fishing is, you know, put bait in regular and the fish come to it. Sorry, I think there's a canoe about to go through. Right. Yeah, so we're going to start baiting up. Going to put about 100 baits in today because I think there's plenty of fish about. So we'll see what happens. Like I say, the secret to boilie fishing is really getting a fish looking for them. You need a decent fish meal boilie, and you know, once they get used to eating them, they're looking for them in preference to anything else. That's why, in my opinion, boilie fishing's way forward in barbel fishing. You know, you'll catch on other baits like meat. Maggots are very good, casters are very good. But for simplicity and, you know, practical, boilies take some beating. You know, you can keep them at home in your freezer for as long as you want, or get a shelf life. Good for pre-baiting. If you can pre-bait, brilliant. You know, and more boilies you get going in a swim, the more the fish are there looking for them. So anyway, let's see what we can catch today. Right, we're about ready to cast out. Taken about 20 minutes to tied a new hook link up, tied a couple of PVA bags up, set up. So I'm pretty sure there'll be some fish on that feed now. There's a perch, I think, chasing something. Just going to put 2 or 3 boilies out just to back anything that's feeding just off before I cast lead out. About 1:45 now, fishing till 4 PM, so a quick couple of hours. Let's see what we get. Right, we're about ready to cast out. Taken about 20 minutes to tied a new hook link up, tied a couple of PVA bags up, set up. So I'm pretty sure there'll be some fish on that feed now. There's a perch, I think, chasing something. Just going to put 2 or 3 boilies out just to back anything that's feeding just off before I cast lead out. About 1:45 now, fishing till 4 PM, so a quick couple of hours. Let's see what we get. Just one thing I'll mention while we're talking about bait actually is a couple of people have asked me why I don't use halibut pellets. Simple reason is bream. Bream love them, and this river has a lot of bream. I'm trying to target barbel, so that's why I don't put pellet in. I find if you put pellet in, you draw a lot of bream into your swim. And it always baffles me why the matchmen don't use them. There's a match further down a week or 2 back. I've got a knock already there. There's a match a week or 2 back further down, and it's one with £16. I thought I could have caught over £16 out of 80% of those swims if I'd used, fished it and used pellet. But we all use maggot and caster, and it's, I think pellet's a superior bait for bream. It seems to draw them from a long way, holds them in the swim, and you can use it on a lot heavier gear. You can fish like a £10 hook link instead of having to use £3 or £4. Oh, it's taken a bit of time. There's been a lot of knocks. There was plenty of fish in its swim. Tip hadn't stopped knocking. Don't think it's particularly big. Should see him in a minute. Not a bad one actually, a bit bigger than I thought. I thought it was going to be like a 3-pounder, but yeah, it's probably a 5-pounder. There we go. Yeah, it might be £6, £5 or £6 that one. Give him a rest for a minute, get a hook in that sorted out and get him on his way. Well, we've got one. It's taken about an hour though. I knew it was plenty of fish in swim because I've had plenty of knocks. Like, I'm just surprised it took so long. Not a bad one. Be about £5 I'd say. Nice chunky fish. Yeah, maybe not 5 actually. Seems to have shrunk since I netted him. Yeah, he's not as big as I thought he was actually, but nice to get one. Let's get him slipped back. Yeah, he's gone. Won't put as many baits out this time, I'm only going to put a few out. 10 there. Yeah, oils I'm using are Active Bait Solutions Malarkey. That's a paste. I sometimes wrap them in a bit of paste. Not sure whether the paste helps or not at times, to be honest, but it certainly doesn't do any harm.
How far out you, mate?
Down middle. Yeah, you'll be alright there. That's one thing that winds me up about this river. Number of pike anglers that come trolling even though it's not allowed. You know, they're not members either, so they shouldn't be on water to start with, and I don't think trolling's even allowed on Ouse, but no one enforces it. You know, they're just a nuisance really, because everyone's fishing and they just come trolling straight through your swim. Well, that's it for today. Just the one barbel. Conditions haven't been great. Yeah, it's quite bright, warm day, and there's been a lot of boat traffic, which barbel really don't like. You know, it's surprising how much boats put them off for feed. You know, I fish some pegs midweek and you're catching really well, and you're on a weekend and there's a lot of boats and you just don't get a touch. It's like they don't like the wash from them or something. I don't know what it is, but other fish it don't seem to bother, but barbel seems to really switch off if there's a lot of boat traffic. Anyway, managed one. Gonna probably give it a go tomorrow afternoon. I was supposed to be out sea fishing out of Whitby tomorrow, but it's given rain for the morning, heavy rain, so we've decided to cancel that. Trouble with Whitby is where you launch, it's quite a steep slipway. You need a lot of water in the harbour to launch and recover boats, so it's not like you can just go for a short afternoon session. You need to, you know, sort of launch on when there's plenty of water in the harbour on a high tide, and recover boats on a high-ish tide. So yeah, that's been cancelled, so I'll be out barbeling tomorrow. It's a poor moon phase tomorrow though, but hopefully with the changing conditions that should counteract that. I mean, I don't know if you can see, that was Friday's moon phase, quite a good one. That's today's, not a very good one, average, tapering off. and that's Sundays, which is very poor. But like I say, if we get a bit of fresh water in overnight, I think chance of rain this evening and through the night and tomorrow morning, so hopefully we'll get out, probably go in the afternoon after it stopped raining, and see if we can get one or two. Hopefully I'll see you then.